Welcome to the first small talk of 2021. Happy New Year. My name is David Shaw. Often on the first Sunday of a new year, particularly with smaller congregations, I ask members of the congregation to write down what their hopes are, what their prayers are for the coming year. The idea is then we put them in an envelope, we write the name of the congregation member on the envelope, and then we look at them later in the year. Sadly, it's a nice theory, but it does depend on me remembering later in the year to find where I put the envelopes and then to give them out again. It's a nice theory, doesn't always work in practice. I wonder, what would you write if I was to ask you for your hopes and prayers for 2021? And you're probably shouting at the screen right now, that's a stupid question, David. Everybody knows. And it's based around COVID-19, based around health for people, prayers for the success of the vaccine, prayers that we will be able to see and hug and be in the company of family and friends. And for some, it would be about job security, about the security of a business. Now, all those things are important, and they're important whether COVID was here or not. Relationships, health, security, employment. But I wonder if God is asking us, inviting us to look beyond the next footstep, to lift our eyes, to lift our heads and to look at the horizon, at the direction to which God is wanting us as a people to move. That's not to ignore the pressing of the moment, but it's to say alongside that, what is on the horizon that God wants us to look at? Sometimes as temporal beings living in time, we forget that God is eternal. God's view of time is different to ours. It says in Psalm 90, "For 1,000 years in your sight are like a day that has just gone by." And if you don't remember that particularly in that phrase, you may remember it from, "O God, our help in ages past." It's not to be taken literally, oh, there's a day, that's thousands of years in God's sight. It's to say that God has a different perspective. So at the beginning of this 2021, as we're looking at thinking about our hopes and our prayers for this year, we need to keep our eyes not only on what is pressing, but on the direction, on the horizon that God is calling us to. What is God seeing on the horizon and inviting us to see as well, for which we need to pray, but also needing to work? What is it that you would write on that piece of paper to go in that envelope? Have a happy new year.